Dear viewers, welcome back. You are watching Vision for Success. We are discussing Zakat management in Islam. Here with us Imam Shamsi Ali. Yes, brother. But when we are preaching, like Imam and other ulama is preaching, I think they are not highlighting the importance of economic empowerment. We are always telling that how rewards you are going to get if you pay zakat.
That's what the problem is. Because always when you talk about ibadah, we are just talking about how much reward you're going to gain. Even fasting. When you do fast, Allah will reward you this. When you do tarawih, Allah will give you this. We don't talk that much about that if you do fast, you're going to become someone like this. When you do fast, you're going to be a better person. You're going to be more energetic. You're going to be more healthier. It means we're going about health. Health sometimes is perceived to be a non-Muslim issue, being healthy. Prophet Muhammad says, "Sumu tasihhu," fast, you will be healthier. So it means there are health issues here in our fasting. So when you talk about zakat, it's not only when you give 2.5%, you're going to reward to be blessed with reward with this and this, but more importantly, talk about how you can give. And when you talk about how you can give, it means you have to earn something. Now, how are you going to earn something? It means you have to build economy. It means you have to open business opportunities. And that's what the meaning of zakat basically. Zakat means purification. But it also means development. And that's why zakat yazku, it means to purify, but also to develop. The meaning of purification is that to purify our heart from being greedy, the greed. That sometimes, those who don't think about akhirah, they want everything else. They never felt that it's enough, of course. Being greedy. But also being greedy means he doesn't want to help others around. But development means that by doing zakat, you are going to have more. Why? Because you understand before giving, it means having more. So you're going to struggle for economic empowerment. You're going to struggle to build businesses. You're going to empower others around you so that everybody can give zakat. To such an extent that in the time of Umar bin Abdul Aziz, not Umar bin Khattab, Umar bin Abdul Aziz. Umar bin Abdul Aziz was known as the fifth Caliph Rashidin. You have Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, Ali. And then later on, after some other Khalifas, but they are not considered Rashidin, you have Umar bin Abdul Aziz. Just more than 2 years. Because he understood the meaning of zakat. No single person in the Muslim world is eligible to receive zakat. Because everybody was empowered. Everybody feels that it's enough. They don't want to accept zakat anymore from anybody. Why? Because Umar bin Aziz understood that zakat is not only that you give and you receive, but it's about that you empower the community to build economic empowerment. And that's what the meaning is. But unfortunately, in our community, we don't see this important. But as I mentioned, it's a lot of hypocrisy. In one hand, we understand the importance of building schools and elderly home, empowering the poor. But in the masajid, we don't. Sometimes we say, no, money is not important. The important is how to enter into Jannah. Money make you enter into Jannah. Sometimes even ibadah that you do basically doesn't
Sometimes
make you.
We discourage even.
We discourage, and unfortunately, sometimes we use this term of being, materialistic or too much into dunya. Your love in this dunya is not good. It's against akhirah. There's no such in Islam.
Sometimes we say that the poor will go to Jannah 500 years before the rich.
It depends on the context. Prophet Muhammad said that, and of course we believe in the hadith because hadith mentioned in Bukhari. He said that because he was addressing those who are rich and businesses to remind them that not only that you have the money, not only that you are successful, but also you have to be rich in akhirah, you have to be successful in akhirah by using your money in a good way. And also, on the other hand, Prophet Muhammad wanted to give courage to the poor people, a motivation that being poor doesn't mean you have to lose your personality, you have to lose your mentality. You are still very dignified, you are respected people. And that's the way Rasulullah reminded his Sahaba. But don't take it literal. Because the moment you say that no, the poor people will enter into Jannah first, then I will be poor because I want to enter into Jannah first. That is not the right way. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in fact, encouraged the Muslim to be rich. He himself was a business person with Khadija radiallahu anha. And so if we say Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam encouraged the Muslim to be poor, then this contradicts the other hadith. Because there is hadith says, كَادَ الْفَقْرُ أَنْ يَكُونَ كُفْرًا. Poverty can lead you into kufr. So how Prophet Muhammad sallallahu encouraged his ummah to be poor, and at the same time he warned his ummah that if you're poor, maybe you're kafir. And there are many kufr, act of kufr, the act of kafir happen in the Muslim world because of economic thing. You know,
conversion from
Muslim to others because some missionary come and give them money, give them help, they become a Christian. Not only that, worst thing happen, not necessarily turn to other religion. Some people are doing bad things because of poverty. You know, some sisters are doing, you know, how you call this, prostitution. In some Muslim land, prostitutions happens because these sisters don't have anything to eat. Sometimes they are widows, they need to feed their kids, and they don't have money. You know, I was so sad to read an article in Indonesia where there is a sister, during the daytime she is fasting, but the night time she is doing this prostitution. So people ask why, and she said, you know, I need to support my family. I don't have anybody else to support the family. So it is about money. It is about income. It is about, so again coming back, our scholars, our imam is only talking about salat and ritual thing, but they forget to empower our neighbors. That is the wrong way of presenting our religion. That's what make our young generation, including young generation, don't talk about non-Muslim first. Just our young Muslim generation sees Islam as not really desirable. No, when we become a Muslim, you're going to become poor, you become weak, you become marginalized, oppressed, looks like you're stupid. No, now we have to turn around. That Islam is the source of rich. Islam is the source of intellectuality. Islam is the source of health. Islam is the source of development. It is a foundation for you to build a civilization. That's what Islam that needs to be presented to our young generation and to the West. Why the Western people are so scared of Islam? Because the way we present Islam is, you know, making them seeing it as a backward, you know, not intelligent, not smart enough, poor, weak, looks like not organized, no discipline. All these misrepresentation of teaching. Because our imams, our malanas are only presenting Islam as a ritual.
And we are unprofessional, we are not efficient in our doing our job.
And that's also one of the issues that we are facing. I mean, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ says in the hadith, إِنَّ اللَّهَ أَحَبَّ رَجُلًا إِذَا عَمِلَ عَمَلًا أَنْ يُتْقِنَهُ. Allah loves a person when he does something, he does it professionally. The word itqan means with sincerity and knowledge. Good plan, good implementation. That's what itqan is all about in Arabic language. So you don't just do things as you do it, as you want to do it. Do it with sincerity, number one, then with knowledge, and then good plan, and after plan that you implement it. Okay? When you have knowledge, good plan and implementation, then you're going to have a good result. If the results do not happen, then give it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
So our families, particularly the youth, are they aware about the zakat?
Yeah, I think they are aware about the importance of zakat, that it is a pillar of Islam, but they are not very much really understand that it is so important as the importance of salat. You know, we are supposed not to separate between salat and zakat. If we are able to connect with Allah in the masjid with our salat, that we must be able to connect with Allah outside the masjid through our zakat, outside the masjid in the market through our zakat. So there is no separation here. And that's why you see again, I mentioned again that zakat and salat are mentioned connectedly most of the time in the Holy Quran, because Allah wanted to say that if salat is a vertical ibadah, the ibadah with Allah directly up, then zakat is horizontal ibadah. It's ibadah for you to Allah, but through His servants around. And you cannot differentiate between the two. And so it is very important that we encourage our ummah, our members, our congregations to pay zakat.
What would be your advice to the imam and the leaders, the Islamic leaders? You
know, first I think the imams and the Muslim leaders must understand the importance of zakat and must have a new interpretation of it. That it is not only give certain 0.2% by 5%, but more importantly, how we can build economic business as well.
And what is your advice about the Muslim in particular about zakat?
Yeah, I think take it very seriously, because if you can worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through your salat, then you have to understand that Allah also wants you to worship Him through His zakat. And this is zakat there is no different from salat. If you take salat very seriously, take zakat also very seriously. Because if you don't pay your zakat, in addition to your sin to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you're also sinful to other people around you. Because these are people who are poor around you. They have some rights in you that you need to deliver to them.
Thank you very much, Mr. Saria. We will continue in the next episodes also, because this is a very important issue we need to consider. Thank you very much once again. দর্শক, ভুল জ্ঞান, ভুল ব্যাখ্যা, ভুল পদক্ষেপ আমাদের সবার জীবনকে দুর্বিষহ করে তুলতে পারে। সফলতার জন্য অপরিহার্য হচ্ছে সঠিক জ্ঞান। আসুন ইসলামকে সঠিকভাবে জানি, যাকাত সম্বন্ধে সঠিক জ্ঞান অর্জন করি। অপরিহার্য হচ্ছে ভিশনারি হওয়া। ভিশনারি উদ্যোক্তারাই বদলে দিতে পারেন সমাজ ও অর্থনীতি। বিশাল আত্মবিশ্বাস, পরিশ্রম এবং ধারাবাহিক চেষ্টা এনে দিতে পারে সাফল্য। আসুন সফলতার জন্য সেভাবেই চেষ্টা করি। নতুন প্রজন্মকে ভিশনারি উদ্যোক্তা, পরিশ্রমী হতে এবং ইতিবাচক ভাবতে শেখায়। অনুষ্ঠান সম্পর্কে আপনার পরামর্শ, মতামত লিখুন। অনুষ্ঠানটি ভিশন ফর সাকসেস USA@gmail.com। অনুষ্ঠানটি প্রচারিত হবে প্রতিদিন রাত 9টায়, পুনঃপ্রচার সকাল 11টা এবং দুপুর 2:30। ইনশাআল্লাহ আবারও দেখা হবে আগামীকাল এই সময় এখানে টাইম টিভিতে। আসসালামু আলাইকুম।